Good afternoon. This is Frida, and today I want to talk about navigating change and navigating also, transition. And I will quote a common quote that says, "Change is the most permanent thing. It's the sure thing about life." What that means is that whenever, for as long as you're living, for as long as you're breathing, there will be change. Even tomorrow is change. The next hour, you're yet to live that next hour. So that is new. And change is from what was to what is coming next. And so my question to you is, as even as we are nearing the last part of, the last quarter, all right? We're in October, November is around the corner, December, we start thinking of the new year and what it looks like. Is there change that is evident or imminent for you? And what's next for you? This year, this is what has been. So where are we headed? So to talk about change, I want to talk about why people change. Sometimes you will find yourself wondering, why do I have to change from who I am? Or why people will ask questions around, why is there need for change? We change for various reasons. Sometimes it's to develop, as growing in whatever aspect of your life. You will grow, from one age to another. You'll grow from a behavior or a habit and grow into a better behavior or habit. Sometimes it's about adapting. So developing and growing as well as adapting to situations. Maybe you've been in this situation that was not working for you, or there has been a new situation that is presenting in your life and you want to adapt to it, okay? Then we also have the social aspects of change. There is always shift in the social norms in our lives. And these shifts in social norms are brought about by various aspects. Maybe a certain behavior. I remember when COVID came, we had to adapt, we had to change, we had to navigate our situation right there. There was some transition in terms of how we even engage with each other. It was not business as usual. Things had to change. So that also was the social norms changing, and social regulations and rules had to mean that we were changing our behaviors. Again, sometimes it's about personal and psychological reasons. So the personal would be, we are experiencing something, life in different ways. And as we grow, as we age, exposure to those experiences may force us to have to change or transition from one aspect of life to another. While on the psychological aspect of it, we may want to overcome a limitation. You may be going through an experience and you feel that experience is somewhat limiting and you want to overcome that. You want to outgrow that limitation. Sometimes psychological triggers, and especially negative experiences, will push us to redefine that which we find comfortable or okay or desire. So you find this desire to do something differently, change from one aspect to another. And this again also dictates that you may have to change the way you see and perceive those experiences or even people around you. And lastly is that change will come as part of, achieving your goals. You want to go for these goals that you had set strategically. So here we're talking about the strategy for life, whether for business. When you realize I have this print, I have this big picture of my life and I want to start moving towards it. And maybe, yes, I've been moving, but I feel my behavior and the way I'm seeing things might not be helping me towards this goal. So I want to change that to be able to achieve this goal, to be able to achieve this vision I have for my life, for my business, for my family. So those are different reasons why people may change. But I want to remind us that change is the one thing you cannot avoid. as I said at the beginning. So remember, in everything you do, be ready to embrace change. And it's not the easiest of things to embrace, but with patience and with a lot of understanding of yourself and of the situations that are changing around us, we are able to navigate better. Jobs will end, marriages end, relationships, even friendships will end or change. A baby will be born into the family. Okay, you'll be promoted from one level to the other. You'll be demoted from one level to the other. But remember, you still are the same person. You are the constant in every aspect of your life. And with a lot of introspection and purposive reflection on what is happening may help you better to navigate change. And next time we shall be talking about then, when that change happens, how then do we position ourselves as individuals, as parents, as as family members, as employees, as employers, to navigate that change, and how do we do it better and ensure that the relationships are still beneficial and they stay intact, if not getting better.